check the topology, right? These two planes, it looks like same, but actually not. Okay, so if you check the wireframe, you can see this one is only one face, right? This one is only one face. This one is 100 face. Okay, so this one is so much better than this guy. Even their geometry is completely, even their form, the shape is everything is same. Okay, so why it's so important, right? Why the polygon is so important is because it's where determining the final size of your project, the final size of your apps. Let's say if you play video game, right? You may find a certain video game is very lagging. Okay, why it's lagging is one of the reason is because their model is too high resolution. So that's why the video game can be laggy, especially for the internet, the online games. Okay, and also for the apps, right? So for certain geometry, you input into Maya or input into the 3D engine, it's very slow. Why? Because it's so heavy. Why it's so heavy is because they have so many polygon counts. Okay, so you need to find a balance, which meaning you need to make sure your geometry, your model is with detail, with necessary detail, and also with the polygon face, right, as less as possible. Okay, as less as possible. Okay, so for this one is good. Even this one is no longer just one face, right? Now this one get two face, face one, face two. But why this one is good? Because I have to have this line. If I don't have this line, right, for this geometry, he cannot keep this kind of shape. You know what I mean, right? He cannot like this kind of like laptop. Okay, so this line is critical, must be there. But for this kind of line, right, don't need. Even I delete this line, also fine. The shape is still same. So you need to find the balance between the detail. Detail is meaning, how complex of the form and also the polygon face. Okay. So I'm going to show you some cases, some of your work. Okay, I'm going to introduce you how to finalize it, how to optimize the kind of the uh, the topology. Okay, first I'm trying to come to this guy. Okay, the model is nice. Okay, really good, but you can still improve it. So one part is topology. Okay, so let's say this line, right? You don't really need those lines. Okay, for this kind of line because they don't really define anything. Okay, so they don't really define anything. If your model is like this, then it's fine. I need this line because they will create the shape. This shape is not parallel, not aligned to those shape, right? So that's why, if you are shaped like this, then this two line is important, is critical, okay, is magnificent. Otherwise, this two line is not important. So I can delete those line. You can just double click. Double click will allow you to click all the connected line, okay? Then you can delete them. Delete those line, right? Delete those line. Delete those line. Can you see every line you deleted, the polygon face become lower, the number become lower, okay? But it's not finished. You can still see those points. The points are still there, right? Because even you deleted the lines, the points are still there. But it's quite easy. You don't need to manually, one by one to delete. You can just select all the points. You can just select all the points around the area, just delete. Keep in mind, Maya will not delete those points if they connect to some geometry, if they really define some geometry, which meaning if the point is connected to the polygon face, okay? But for those points, they don't connect to anything. They don't connect to the line. They don't connect to the polygon face. They will be deleted, okay? So I can do the same thing for this part. Delete, right? Delete. Okay, so you can select this point, right? Those points really I don't need it. So you can select those points, press delete. So those points will be removed, and the other points they will not because they defines the geometry. Okay. So this is one example. Can I show you another one? Is here. Okay, this one looks quite okay, right? Not bad. It's good actually. But if you show the wireframe will help you to observe what is the topology, you will see something is wrong. Okay, something is wrong. So this polygon face is really weird. You know what I mean, right? This one, you can see here is like the top part of the wall, but this one somehow they are connected. Okay, so I'm not very confused. You know, what is the shape? The shape is impossible to exist in the real world. Okay, keep in mind this one. If we export this one to the game engine, right? Game engine will automatically not game engine. If you export like FBX file, okay. If you export it to other 3D platform, your model will automatically be converted to a triangular face, okay? Because for any polygon face, right? If the face more than 3 lines, which meaning it's not a triangle. Triangle, the shape is defined. It's completely defined, very clear. But if the shape is like a rectangle, it's like typical polygon face, because typical polygon face is like 4 lines, right? 4 edges. Or for this one is like 5 or 6 edges. The shape is not defined. The shape, it can be looks like this way or can be look like that way, you know. So when we export to a game engine or any other 3D platform, right? The software will automatically make it convert them to a triangular face. So let's check. So let's check how the Maya will, you know, process this kind of thing to convert this model to a triangular face. So you can check triangular face from here. Mesh, triangulate. Okay. Can you see after you select triangulate, right? The whole face are very defined. So you can see, okay, this wall is this kind of shape, right? This way is this kind of shape. So we have one small polygon face here, small triangular here. We have a few more triangular here. Okay, so this wall is wrong. Definitely is wrong, right? Because they lost the volume. Okay. So in this case, how can you do? Easy. You just create more line. Okay, create more line to define this surface. Okay. Otherwise, this face is too crazy now. This face is crazy. So I'm going to use a multi-cut, right? Okay, so you can see, right? This one is so much better. So this one is very clear. This is one surface. This is another surface. Okay. Unfortunately for here, right? This one and this door, they are connected. Oh, it's not really connected. It's like, you know, for this surface, right? It's nothing to do with this door aperture. So in this case, I have to redo it. So I have to redo this guy. I have to delete the surface, right? I have to delete the surface. Then this surface, I also don't need it. Why? Because this surface is inside of the wall, right? So this one cannot see. If one surface cannot be seen, right, you can delete it. Okay, just to try to reduce the polygons. Even one surface, I think it's also important. So if after I delete this guy, right, the number is becomes smaller. Okay, so we try to keep the number as small as possible. Okay. So can you see those details in, right? Also, we can delete this guy. We don't need it. Okay, then we can just delete a few points, right? Okay, then how to create this surface, right? Very easy. Okay, if you really don't know how to do certain thing, usually the last approach is create polygon face. So you can go to create polygon face from where's create polygon face? Okay, because I basically create polygon here. You can go to mesh tool because I basically all use you know, custom shelf, right? So I can go to here. Then you press V. V is snap to point, right? You can press V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this surface is connected to this door aperture, right? So I have another one. Very easy. Just to press Y. Y is meaning repeat the command. Press V. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I have these two, you know, these two polygon, right? Then what you can do is I can just select this. I have one polygon face, this one. I have one polygon face, this one. I have one polygon face. Yeah, you know, the main stuff, right? I can select 3 of them, combine. Okay. After I combine, I can select all the points. I merge them. You can go to merge. Right, merge. So threshold, this is default setting in Maya. So every points, if they're closer, you know, within this distance, which means they are really, really close, Maya will consider they are 1 point. So all those points will be merged. Okay. Then I can select this one, I flip it, right? Flip it. Okay. So this is how can we, you know, redo. So this one is, this surface is good. Okay, this surface is good, right? So we can do the same thing for something like this, right? So here is also, I don't really need those lines, right? Your model is good, but topology, you can still improve it. I can just delete those, you know, those lines, right? I don't need those lines, okay? If I delete those lines, your Maya polygon phase will reduced, okay? And it's also easier for you in future, you know, you can modify it because you make it more clean, right? You make it more clean, okay? Yeah, so many line was deleted, right? It's quite easy actually. They have a lot of points. If you go to points, display mode, you can see a lot of points, right? So those points, you don't really need it. Okay, make it more clean, right? So same, we have a lot of line here. Also, you can do the same thing for to delete, 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 right? So you can make your file more clean. If you delete the points, you find certain points cannot be deleted, which means those points, they are connected to either a line or the polygon face. Okay, so you need to delete the line first, then you can delete those points, right? Okay. You can have those lines unless your points is not aligned. Your points a little bit, let's say, something like this way, then you need these points because let's say your geometry is different, okay? Maybe you need to have a little bit more detail, you know, if you think all the window frame is so straight, is so regular, it's boring, then I like to, let's say I'm going to create this window frame, right? It's slightly different to rest of them, that's fine. Okay, then you need this line because this line is defined, is determining the geometry. Okay, determine the geometry. Okay, so this is why it's so important, you know, we keep clean those lines. Okay, here is also same, right? This one is really weird because this surface, not sure what is this, right? So we need another line to define the surface. Okay, so you select this guy, select this guy. Okay, right? So you select those lines, delete them, delete the points. So here's more clean. You know, here's become more clean. Okay. Delete those lines, delete those surface, right? Here become more clean. Okay. Okay. Of course, this is very tedious work. You know, you need to spend a lot of time to finish it. So basically, this is how we can help to clean up the topology. Okay, clean up the topology. So this one is meaning topology. Topology is meaning how the line, how the polygon face organize the form. Okay, organize the geometry. Okay. All right. So now today our main topic is about Subspinter. Okay, but before that, right, I want to show you a few video location of the video. So I have under weekly activity, right? I have week 1, week 2, you know, later I have more weeks, right? But I have created one more section is about demo of fixing students' work. So I record a few video where I fix your stuff. So you can check. This one basically about how I improve the topology. Okay, this one is about UV unwrap. Okay, basically everything you need to know, I think you can check from here. If you have any question about UV, you can check those videos. Okay. So now I want you guys to open Substance Painter. Substance Painter. Okay, I'm going to show you how to I didn't save this one. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna save. So I'm going to just select this one. I'm going to demonstrate, just roughly demonstrate how to Substance Painter this model. Okay, this model from Arial, right? Yes, I will demonstrate, you know, how to do this one. Okay, so let's Before I do it, right, I'm going to apply the texture. Okay, I'm going to apply texture to this guy. Texture, rendering, hypershade, right? Yeah. Okay, we have a few texture, right? Go to Bling, give it a name, wall. Also create a new material, door. All right, door. Okay, so I'm going to select a few doors right here. Door. Okay. Why I say you can just do everything in one Maya file is because you can select what to export. If you only want to export as a wall, right, you can select this one, export, selected. So you can only export one object. If you want to export multiple objects, you can select those multiple objects, right? Export, selection. So Maya will export those multiple objects. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to export the wall and the door into a Unity folder, okay, into a Unity location. So if you don't know how to do it, please later you can go to check my video about how to create a Unity project. So in Unity, right, you will create a project. Project is like the folder, okay, you can save it in somewhere. Then I export all the FBX file, right, into that folder, because eventually those things will be input into Unity. Okay, so it's not really in the Maya folder. In Maya folder is meaningless, right? Because Unity cannot directly load your assets from Maya folder. Unity will only load stuff from its own folder, you know. So the progress is I can do Maya stuff in here, but when I'm going to export stuff, right, I had like to export them. I had like to create a Unity project first. Then I know where I'm supposed to export those assets into Unity folder. Okay. If you don't have Unity yet, doesn't matter. You can just save it in somewhere. Okay, save it in desktop also fine. So later when you create a Unity, you can move them into that folder. Okay, also fine, no problem. So I'm going to just export this thing first. Shared. This is a Macintosh. This is a MacBook, the folder. Okay, MacBook directory. Okay. Unity interior. Actually, I can put it in and here. Okay, so assets. I'm going to make it like a room. Okay. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. Let me check UV. Okay, I'm not sure whether you have UV or not. Okay, you have a UV, but it's not finished, right? Okay, anyway, I don't have time to do the UV, so I'm just to use automatic. So I select this guy, I go to UV automatic. Okay, so Maya will automatically move everything inside this box. Okay, but of course the UV is a little bit messy, but at least it's unwrapped. Okay, but unwrapped in a very, very bad way, you know, because it's a program unwrapped. So I can still try this one. So I'm going to select all the door, right? Also do the same thing to automatic. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. Automatic. I cannot see them. Okay, it's funny. Okay, anyway, I will just export this one first. Okay, so do you have some Splinter? Do you already have some Splinter? What about? No, you don't have some Splinter. Oh, okay, where? I cannot launch some Splinter because they still haven't sent me the. Wait a minute, let me see what is the message. Okay. How about I give you 20 minutes? Okay, try to download some Splinter. So after 20 minutes, let's say around now it's 2:20, right? Let's continue to 2:40, okay? So 240, I will just go ahead to demonstrate how to do the Surface Painter. Okay. I think the video can be recorded. So after class, you can continue to download the Surface Painter. Then you just go back to check my videos, and you can continue working on the video. Okay. So I give you 20 minutes. Okay, I think 20 minutes should be enough. So usually what we do is we go to Substance Painter, Substance Launch. Okay, launcher, right? Then you just download. You need to register account. Usually you need to verify. You need to let them to verify your student ID. So make sure you are a student. Then you can have a free education version for at least 1 year. If this process is not finished, then you just use a trial version. Trial version which meaning you can use the trial version, right, for 30 days, for 1 month. So I think it's better than nothing, right? Okay, let's see. Yes, you have to create a student account. Yes. I don't have student account. Hey, usually, wait a minute. Usually they just need you provide them a student email. Oh, they're asking student ID, really? So you need the image. That's weird. Okay, anyway, interesting. Okay, then in this case, maybe you just try the trial version, 30 days free version. That one is for anyone. Okay, that one is for anyone. Okay. Okay, anyway, I give you 20 minutes. Okay, so I will see you 2:40. Okay, 2:40. So, yeah, please working on to get a Surface Painter. Okay. Yes, what question? When you delete the lines to reduce phase, are you making no NGOS? What is this one? No geometry, no guns. I'm not sure what is what are you talking about? Oh yeah, we good question. Usually we try to keep it less than four edge. Yes, 4 sides. If you have more than 5, right, I would suggest you just cut. You just use multi-cut to make it like 4 sides, or I mean 4 edge or less. Okay, because if more than 5, right, it's will be a little bit confused because it gets the possibility to form different shape. Even a 4 edge polygon face, right? They already have a chances to kind of deform in different shape. Okay, different shape. Let me see. That's why all the 3D software, when they export to the game engine, right, everything will become a triangle. Everything will become a triangle. So let me just this is a 4 edge polygon face, right? So you can see this one, they have a different possibility. So this one, maybe the line is here, or the line can be here. The diagonal line can be completely opposite, Not to mention if you have more than four lines, right? More than 4 lines. So that's why when we export it to the FBX, right, Maya will automatically convert all the line, become all the polygon face all the polygon shape become triangle. Okay, because triangles, their shape is defined. The shape is defined. They don't have any possibility to, to form in other way. Okay, so that's a different. Yeah, if you have more than 5 lines, please make it 4, at least 4. Okay, like the quadruped, right? Like quadru. Okay, otherwise, yeah, 4 line at least. Okay, 4 line at least. Of course, you can easily to do it. Let's say, okay, I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, let's say you have a polygon 2. Go to the top. So this one is like crazy, it have so many different points. Okay, so it's somehow it's a little bit troublesome for you to cut, right? To cut, you can cut, but they're very tedious. Right? You need to cut many times. Okay. So what you can do is there is an easy way to do it. If you want to split it to smaller pieces, right? What you can do is you can select this guy. You go to mesh, quadrulate. Okay, not works. Not works. Then you just go to triangulate. Triangulate is really kind of a gamble. You need to try your luck for Maya. Okay, so Maya will, based on its algorithm, based on the program, whatever Maya think about, Maya will try to make them to a triangle. Okay, triangle. Sometimes it works, sometimes not. Okay, if sometimes not, right, what you can do is you can just let's say I don't like it this way. Okay, then I can just delete those 2 lines, right? Manually redo it. Okay, manually redo it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, something like this, right? So for this one, you either cut here or cut here, right? So it's up to you. So if you can do it manually, right? If let's say I like to cut here, then just cut it here, right? Okay. So triangulate is help you to to process if the shape is really complex. Okay, the shape is really complex. Okay. Okay, I give you another 10 minutes for you to download the Subsplinter. Okay. Sometimes no money buying. Wow. Oh, then which means it's good. Okay, which means your Maya file is good. I don't have any commands, which means it's really good. Okay. You can just go ahead to do the rest part. Okay, I'm going to mute. Then let's wait another 10 minutes. Okay, make sure you have Subsplinter. Oh, by the way, right? I don't know whether you will face the same problem because I found I'm using the MacBook, right? I found my MacBook only can run certain version of Subsplinter. So in case, because when you download, right, you will download the latest Subsplinter. It's 2020. If your laptop, if your computer cannot run this version, you just uninstall it, then go back to download some older version. Okay, I don't know why, but it's happened to my laptop. My laptop can only run 1 version. Other versions they don't work. So yeah. So what you can do is you can just go to Subsplinter launcher, right? You can uninstall it if the version not works to you. Then you can download, let's say, the previous version. Okay. Eventually, you will find some versions works for your laptop or for your desktop. Okay. Yes, download Subsplinter. No, not Designer, only Subsplinter. Okay, guys, it's 2:40 now. So may I know how many of you already get the software? Anyone still facing issue after above link? So do you need a little bit more time? Is there someone still downloading the apps? You still need a little bit more time, right? Okay, okay. So I give you another 10 minutes. Okay, no problem. 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay, let's move on first because eventually this one is remote learning, so the video is kind of recorded, so you guys can check it later. So let's go back to the Subsprinter, right? So the Subsprinter, I think when you open Subsprinter, your layout supposed to be something like this, right? Okay, so let's check how to input the stuff. So first thing, we just input the FBX file, right? Keep in mind, you cannot input Maya, cannot input the MB file, MA file. This one is only can input like FBX or OBJ, But for us, we are going to use FBX. So let's go to File, New.
So you're not showing your screen, sir?
Oh, I'm not showing the screen. Okay, sorry. Wait a minute, what's going on? Okay, you can see it now, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's go to File, New. This one, New, right? So basically, we are using the presetting template. So if you are doing, let's say you go to Dota, Adobe Dimension, you use it. But for us, we use Unity. Okay, Unity, we use Unity 5. Sorry, it's only one Unity, right? Yeah, Unity 5. Okay, so this is the template. We're going to use template. So everything we create here, they were perfectly adapted to the Unity. Okay. Input camera, we're doing the camera, we have camera, right? This one is resolution, but we can change it later. So we can just use it, when we create the file, it's fine. Okay, use default setting, it's fine. Okay, then you go to select the file, right? The place I select is from my Unity folder. Okay, so I go to room, this guy, right? Open. We don't need this one, don't need this one. So, okay. Just wait a little bit, because this model is quite simple, it's not so complex, so that's why it's quite fast. Okay, so this is like a 3D software. Okay, so it's a 3D perspective view. This one is a UV, so we don't need to. Usually, we don't need to scroll, rotate it. Don't need. Okay, we only rotate from here, right? Okay. So first thing, it's important. The first thing we are supposed to do is we need to go to, let's say, bake the mesh tool is from here. You go to texture setting, right? From here, we are going to bake mesh maps. Bake mesh map is meaning Subsprinter will bake your geometry to the map. Okay, to bake, let's say later you will see it. Okay, later you will see it. So let's bake it. Bake. We don't need ID. We don't need ID map, but there's other map we need. Okay, so you can just deactivate ID map. Okay, the rest setting we just use default, right? Bake every texture. Bake every texture. Okay, bake all texture sets. Click. Because our model is simple, so it's quite fast. Keep in mind, if your model is very complex, right? This one can be very long. Okay, it can be like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay, something like that. Okay, after bake, right, you can see your geometry, become more clear. Okay, your geometry become more clear. The shading become more clear. Okay, because Subsprinter they kind of copy those geometry information into the map. Okay, into the map. So you have a ambient map, those map, right? Okay, then we can close it. We don't need it anymore. We don't need to see it anymore. Okay. So this is a window map, right? Okay, here, this is a layer, texture set list. You can use it as a layer, like as a Maya layer, okay? So that's why I apply different texture, different material to different geometry. Okay, if you only want to see door, right? You can just go to show all, hide all. You can go to hide all. So let's say I have two material, right? One is door, one is wall. So I can active door. So you will only see door from here. UV map also same. Only see the door UV map. Okay. Yeah, something like this. Okay, but for this guy, I'm going to, let's say, see the wall first. Okay, so when you only display wall, right, the door will be hide. Okay, so you can use it as a Maya layer. Okay, as a Maya layer. Then we have this layer. This layer is more like Photoshop layer. Okay, more like Photoshop layer. Okay, if you think I'm too fast, you can just stop me. Okay. So usually I will delete the default layer. I don't need it. Okay. So I'm going to introduce you a few different layer, how to add a layer. Okay. In Substance Painter, right, we have 3 different layers. One is add a layer. This one is you add this layer, right? You can paint. Okay, you can paint. Say how to paint. You can paint like here. Okay, but 99%